What's up guys, today we'll be doing the top 5 Android One smartphones, so let's go ahead and get started. So the benefits with an Android One phone is you get the latest version of Android and guaranteed software updates and security patches, which is really nice. So my first phone is the Nokia 7.1. This is an excellent smartphone. You do have a really premium design on here of glass and metal. You do have an HDR10 display. It has a very small notch and you have really great battery life, and you do have the 3.5mm headphone jack. Now if you talk about the display a little more, you do have a 5.84-inch display, so it is extremely crisp at 1080 by 2220. Like I said, it is HDR10, so it's gonna look very nice. You do have an NFC chip in here along with a USB type C. You do have 4 GB of storage on here that you can max it out to. So I really love the dual cameras on here. So for a kind of mid-tier smartphone, this is going to be one of the best you can get. Now the Nokia 4.2 coming in at $183 currently on Amazon. So this is a really great smartphone with Android 9.0. You do have 3 GB of RAM with 32 GB of storage. It does have a 5.71-inch display. The only thing with this display, it is a just standard HD display, so 720 by 1520. So you do have the biometric face unlock, which is pretty cool, and you do have a Snapdragon 439 processor. Now you do have dual cameras on this phone. You do have a 13 megapixel for the main and an 8 megapixel for the front. The micro SD does do up to 400 GB. You do have micro USB 2.0, so no USB type C, which is a little disappointing, but this is overall another great one. So next is the Motorola One Vision. So this is a really awesome phone. I really love the display on here. So you do have a 6.3-inch display. It has the little punch hole on it as well, which I really like. So it is a 6.3-inch full HD. You do have a 48 megapixel camera on here, and to dive into the specs, it is a 2.5D curved glass display, which is really nice. So you do get 4 GB of RAM and 128 GB of storage, and you can have up to 1 TB storage with a micro SD. So you do have the Exynos octa-core 2.2 GHz processor, and you do have a pretty nice sized battery at 3,500 milliamps. So I really like this phone. I love the design. I think the price is fair at $365. So next is the Xiaomi Mi A2. So this comes in at $164, one of my favorites because it's a budget phone. So it does have a full HD plus display, which is pretty crazy. Pretty much a 6-inch display at 2160 by 1080. It is a 2.5 Gorilla Glass display. It does have a full Medi unibody design, which is really nice. You get 64 GB of ROM and 4 GB of RAM along with the Snapdragon 660. So I just love the specs on this phone for the price. You do have a 3010 milliamp battery, and you do have a dual camera setup at 12 and 20 megapixels. So I really love this phone for the price. If you're looking for an Android One phone that's going to get the latest updates at a less than $200, this is definitely going to be the phone to look at. Alright, so last is the Nokia One. So this is a $60 phone, extreme budget phone. So it doesn't have impressive specs, of course. A 4.5-inch display, a 1.1 GHz processor, 1 GB of RAM. You can max the storage out from 8 to 128 GB with a SD card. You do have a 5 megapixel camera and a 2 megapixel front facing camera. So it's just your basic phone to make phone calls, browse the web with, just do basic stuff with. Nothing too hard, no gaming or anything too crazy on this phone, but it is really great. You will get the latest software and security updates. So thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next video.